I have very high conviction that we're going to get there within a few years. I have a hunch that we're going to get there within a year or two. So a little uncertainty on the technical side, but pretty strong confidence that it won't be off by much. I really do believe that we could have models that are a country of geniuses in a data center in 1 to 2 years. One question is, how many years after that do the trillions in revenue start rolling in? I don't think it's guaranteed that it's going to be immediate. I think it could be 1 year, it could be 2 years.
That is Dario Amodei, the CEO of Anthropic, the company behind Claude, one of the most advanced AI systems on the planet. He just sat down for a 3-hour interview, and what he said should be front page news everywhere, but it is not. And that is exactly the problem he warns about. Here is his forewarning.
There's kind of two cases to be made here, or two claims you could make, one of which is stronger and the other of which is weaker. Starting with the weaker claim, when I first saw the scaling back in 2019, I wasn't sure. This was this was kind of a 50-50 thing, right? I thought I saw something, and my claim was this is much more likely than anyone thinks it is. This is wild. No one else would even consider this. Maybe there's a 50% chance this happens. On the basic hypothesis of within 10 years, we'll get to, what I call kind of country of geniuses in a data center. I'm at 90% on that. And it's hard to go much higher than 90% because the world is so unpredictable. Yeah. Maybe the irreducible uncertainty would be if we were at 95%, where you get to things like multiple companies have kind of internal turmoil and nothing happens, and then Taiwan gets invaded and all the fabs get blown up by missiles. You can construct a 5% world where things get delayed for 10 years. That's maybe 5%. There's another 5%, which is that I'm very confident on tasks that can be verified. I think with coding, I'm just, except for that irreducible uncertainty, I think we'll be there in 1 or 2 years. There's no way we will not be there in 10 years in terms of being able to do it end-to-end coding. The one little bit of fundamental uncertainty, even on long timescales, is this thing about tasks that aren't verifiable, like planning a mission to Mars, like doing some fundamental scientific discovery like CRISPR, writing a novel. Hard to verify those tasks. I am almost certain that we have a reliable path to get there. So on the 10 years, I'm 90%, which is about as certain as you can be. I think it's crazy to say that this won't happen by 2035.
So there is Dario Amodei, the CEO of the company that builds Claude, telling you he is 90% certain that within 10 years, we will have a country of geniuses inside a data center. And his hunch is that it happens in 1 to 2, not 10, 1 to 2. The only things he is uncertain about are tasks you cannot easily verify, like writing a novel or planning a Mars mission. Everything else, coding, mathematics, reasoning, he says, is essentially solved or will be within months. Now, he goes further. He lays out the specific timeline for when this hits the economy, when the trillions start flowing, and what happens after the starting gunfires. Now, listen to this.
And generally, Anthropic has predicted that by late 26, early 27, we will have AI systems that are, quote, have the ability to navigate interfaces available to humans doing digital work today, intellectual capabilities matching or exceeding that of Nobel Prize winners, and the ability to interface with the physical world.
I have, very high conviction that we're going to get there within a few years. I have a hunch that we're going to get there within a year or two. So a little uncertainty on the technical side, but pretty strong confidence that it won't be off by much. What I'm less certain about is, again, the economic diffusion side. I really do believe that we could have models that are a country of geniuses in a data center in 1 to 2 years. One question is, how many years after that do the trillions in revenue start rolling in? I don't think it's guaranteed that it's going to be immediate. I think it could be 1 year, it could be 2 years, I could even stretch it to 5 years, although I'm skeptical of that. Like how I wrote, in Machines of Loving Grace, I said, look, I think we might get this powerful AI, this country of genius in the data center. I said, we'll get that 2026, maybe 2027. Again, that is my hunch. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm off by a year or two. Let's say that happens. That's the starting gun. how long does it take to cure all the diseases, right? That's one of the ways that like drives a huge amount of economic value, right? You cure every disease. How long does it take? You have to do the biological discovery. You have to manufacture the new drug. You have to, go through the regulatory process. I mean, we saw this with like vaccines and COVID, right? We got the vaccine out to everyone, but it took a year and a half. So my question is, how long does it take to get the cure for everything, which AI is the genius that can, in theory, invent, out to everyone? How long from when that AI first exists in the lab to when diseases have actually been cured for everyone?
So there is Amodei saying that 2026, maybe 2027 is the starting gun, not the finish line. The starting gun, the moment AI reaches the level of the smartest humans on Earth. And from that point forward, the question is not whether AI can cure every disease or solve every problem. It is how long it takes the physical world, the regulatory systems, the manufacturing pipelines to catch up with what the AI has already figured out. But there is a much darker side to this, because if AI can do everything a genius can do, it can also do everything a bad actor can do. And Amodei does not shy away from that. Now listen to this.
The ability to build and run AIs is diffusing extremely rapidly. And two is that the population of AIs, the amount we have and their intelligence, will also increase very rapidly. That means that lots of people will be able to build huge populations of misaligned AIs, or AIs which are just like companies which are trying to increase their footprint or have weird psyches like Sydney Bing, but now they're superhuman.
I mean, in the short run, we have a limited number of players now, so we can start by within the limited number of players, we need to put in place the safeguards. We need to make sure everyone does the right alignment work. We need to make sure everyone has bioclassifiers. Doesn't solve the problem in the long run, particularly if the ability of AI models to make other AI models proliferates, then the whole thing can become harder to solve. I think in the long run, we need some architecture of governance that preserves human freedom, but kind of also allows us to govern the very large number of human systems, AI systems, hybrid human AI like economic units. So, we're going to need to think about, how do we protect the world against bioterrorism? How do we protect the world against mirror life?
So there is the CEO of one of the three companies building the most powerful AI systems on Earth, warning about misaligned AIs with superhuman intelligence, about bioterrorism enabled by open source models, and about the need for an entirely new architecture of governance that does not yet exist. And he is saying this while simultaneously telling you the technology arrives in 1 to 2 years. Now he explains what happens to the physical world when AI reaches this level, specifically robotics, and whether the disruption stays digital or crosses into the real world. Now, listen to this.
Coding is going fast now. I think once the AI models are building the next AI models and building everything else, the whole economy will kind of go at the same pace. I am worried geographically, though. I'm a little worried that just proximity to AI, having heard about AI, that may be one differentiator. And so when I said the 10 or 20% growth rate, a worry I have is that the growth rate could be 50% in Silicon Valley. And, parts of the world that are kind of socially connected to Silicon Valley, not that much faster than its current pace elsewhere. And I think that'd be a pretty messed up world. So one of the things I think about a lot is how to prevent that. I don't think it's dependent on learning like a human. It could happen in different ways. Again, we could have trained the model on many different video games, which are like robotic controls, or many different simulated robotics environments. It will happen, but I do think when, for whatever reason, the models have those skills, then robotics will be revolutionized, both the design of robots, because the models will be much better than humans at that, and also the ability to kind of control robots. So we'll get better at building the physical hardware, building the physical robots, and we'll also get better at controlling it. Does that mean the robotics industry will also be generating trillions of dollars of revenue? My answer there is yes, but there will be the same extremely fast but not infinitely fast diffusion. So will robotics be revolutionized? Yeah, maybe tack on another year or two.
So there is Amodei warning that the growth from AI could be 50% per year in Silicon Valley and close to zero everywhere else. That is not a prediction about technology. That is a prediction about inequality on a scale we have never seen before. And then he casually adds that robotics gets solved a year or two after AGI arrives, meaning the disruption does not stay on your screen, it walks into your workplace. Now, the final clip. The interviewer asks Amodei what future historians will say about this moment, and his answer is the most chilling part of the entire 3 hours. Now, listen to this.
I think a few things. One is, at every moment of this exponential, the extent to which the world outside it didn't understand it. This is a bias that's often present in history, where anything that actually happened looks inevitable in retrospect. When people look back, it will be hard for them to put themselves in the place of people who were actually making a bet on this thing to happen that wasn't inevitable. Some of us internally in our heads put a high probability on this happening, but there's a world outside us that's kind of not acting on that at all. I think, unfortunately, like the insularity of it, like if we're 1 year or 2 years away from it happening, like the average person on the street has no idea. And that's one of the things I'm trying to change, like with the memos, with talking to policymakers. I think that's just like a crazy thing. Finally, I would say, and this probably applies to almost all historical moments of crisis, how absolutely fast it was happening, how everything was happening all at once. And so decisions that you might think, were kind of carefully calculated, well, actually, you have to make that decision, and then you have to make 30 other decisions on the same day because it's all happening so fast. And you don't even know which decisions are going to turn out to be consequential. One of my, I guess, worries, although it's also an insight into kind of what's happening, is that some very critical decision will be some decision that, someone just comes into my office and is like, Dario, you have 2 minutes. Should we do thing A or thing B on this? Like, someone gives me this random, half page memo and is like, should we do A or B? And I'm like, I don't know, I have to eat lunch. Let's do B. And that ends up being the most consequential thing ever.
So there is Dario Amodei, the CEO of one of the 3 companies building the most powerful AI on Earth, telling you that the average person on the street has absolutely no idea that we are 1 to 2 years away from the most transformative technology in human history. And the decisions that will shape how this plays out are being made in 2-minute windows between lunch breaks. Let's lay out what he just told you. He is 90% certain AGI arrives within 10 years. His hunch is 1 to 2. Anthropic has officially predicted AI systems matching Nobel Prize winners by late 2026 or early 2027. Coding is essentially solved within 1 to 2 years. Robotics gets revolutionized a year or two after that. The growth from AI could be 50% per year in Silicon Valley and nearly 0 everywhere else. Misaligned superhuman AIs are a real risk. Bioterrorism enabled by AI is a real risk. And there is no governance framework anywhere on Earth that is prepared for any of this. And the man saying all of this is not a doomsday influencer. He is the person building it. He runs a $10 billion a year AI company. He has access to the frontier models before anyone else. And he is telling you the world is about to change in ways that most people cannot even begin to imagine. If this opened your eyes, make sure you are subscribed because the developments are coming faster than anyone expected. And nobody is going to slow down to wait for you to catch up.